I'm coming out of a horrible migraine. But I just saw on social media, actually on Facebook, today is National Dog Day, Wednesday, August 26th. And I did not even know that existed. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little chat about our dogs now because you guys are watching their videos that I share of our dogs. Right now we have Cookie, who is 100 years old. Honestly, I don't remember if she's getting ready to turn 16 or 17, and I'm not kidding. I want to say we got, well, her birthday is the end of September. We either got her in 2011 or 2012. Well, let me actually do this. I think my middle daughter, who's getting ready to turn 23, was like 6 or 7. She went with me to pick this dog out. And back then, there was classifieds. And I saw it in a paper, and it said, I think she was like 25 or $50. It said Dachshunds or Dachshund Mix or something. Anyway, so we have Cookie, who still plugging along. She loves it here. I don't know. And then we have Ruby, who is the 7-year-old Corso. She turned 7 in July. And then the newest one, Savo, him's a sweet bully. The blue gray or whatever, Brindle, he was 1 in July as well. And those are the dogs we have now. I don't know, for a few minutes, I'll talk about maybe my childhood dogs. I'd like to do that if you want to listen. So, my very first dog that I can remember was actually, Dachshund Poodle mix. This was way before designer breeds were a thing. So, this wasn't like a whoops litter. My aunt's sister had these dogs. And so, anyway, I got one. It was like my childhood dog. She looked like the dog from Wizard of Oz. And I named her Missy. And then her name turned into Murphy. She had all kinds of nicknames. But she slept with me like she was my dog. She accidentally got ran over in the driveway by my dad in front of all the neighborhood kids. Yeah. So then we also had we had a German Shepherd mix named Sam. He was amazing as a child. And then I had, we always had pets. Hi, how are you? Hi, welcome. Today's National Dog Day, so that's what I'm talking about. Do any of you have any dogs? Huge animal lover. I was always allowed to have pets as a child. I would love to add more dogs to our family, but my poor husband is like, Tara, please. Anyway, so no. Yeah, I always had pets as a kid, and the childhood dogs that we had made an impression on us, obviously. And then I had, okay, so actually, let me just do this. I'll tell you how we even ended up with Corsos. How about that? I'll start there. So it was like 2016, and we were living here, and my husband had a coworker. Hi, thank you. Okay, so my husband had a coworker. It was like a few days before Halloween, and he's like, look, they're moving. They got to get rid of this dog. They don't want to take it to a shelter. He's putting the word out if anybody wants to come, rehome this dog for them. So I'm like, we had thought about getting a larger breed dog because at this time we just had Cookie, the 100-year-old Dachshund. I'm telling you, this little dog is hardy. So I'm like, what type of dog is it? He's like, I don't know. I'll ask. A couple days went by. He comes back. Has anybody got the dog yet? He's like, no, it still needs a home. I'm like, well, what is it? He was like, I don't know. So I'm like, well, let's just go take a look at him. So, hi, welcome. Actually, I'll tell you how I named Cookie, if you want to hear that. I feel like I'm I'm doing too much right now. I'd love to tell you how Cookie got named. Let me stick to this story because I will veer to the left here. Okay, so my husband says, no, they need a dog for their home. So I'm like, let's go just take a look at him. Let's just go see what he looks like and what's his story, right? My husband knew nothing. All he knew was what he was hearing through the grapevine. This person needs to rehome their dog. So we pull up, and he's running around the yard at this time, and we were like, oh my God, this dog's, he's big. This is not a little dog. So we get out, we start talking to the people, and anyway, so they said they had already named him Hooch. And I was like, I'm not keeping that name. Plus, I wanted to name him, something that we picked out. So I'm like, all right, yeah, he seems sweet. He's kind of coming over to us or whatever. And hang tight there. I got the Cookie name story coming. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let's take him. Like, let's just take him home. We knew nothing of this dog. We didn't even know what type of breed this dog was. But just somehow it just felt like let's just bring him home. He's now gonna live with us. My husband, of course, he was like, yeah, okay. It didn't take much convincing. So we load him up and we're backing out the driveway, and it's dawning on me like he's leaving the only people he's ever known. He doesn't seem to care. He's not bothered. So we take him, bring him home. I think a couple days later, he gets the paperwork. The lady gives it to my husband to give to us because I'm setting him up his vet appointment. And I'm looking through his paperwork, and I'm like, by this time, I had already bonded with this dog. Like, we found out, so he was 10 months old. He was going to be 1 that December, and we got him the day before Halloween. So they were kind of giving us some information on him in the papers. And I'm like, oh, okay. It said Boxer Cane Corso mix. And I'm like, what is that? I knew what a boxer was, obviously. I had never heard of Cane Corso. Well, I'm bonding with this dog, and he's so smart. Everyone is falling in love with him. We're like, why did they get rid of him? How could you get rid of this dog? And so we take him to his first vet visit. I hand her the papers, with everything. And like I said, they named him Hooch. And I'm like, I'm not calling him that. So I'm racking my brain trying to think of what can we call this dog. And he started following me around the house. So when I would get up from the living room to come in here to the kitchen or whatever, he'd come behind me. Well, I started saying to him, hey, man, what are you doing, man? Hey, man. Well, yeah, he became Man. And that's just what his name was. We named him Man. And this dog, and I'm telling you what, was amazing. Amazing. He had a sense of humor. He was almost human-like. So I would lay in the bed at night and look, I have a Pinterest, and I would look on Pinterest because I'm like, I got to find out more about this breed. What is Cane Corso? Because this dog is if they pulled back up in the driveway, the people that we got him from, and said, we'd like to take him back. You couldn't have paid me $1 million to give that dog back. I was so bonded to this dog. And great with the kids. I have so many great Man stories. I mean, seriously, about how funny he was. He would lay in the front yard. People thought we had an electric fence because he wasn't leaving. He wouldn't get up, leave. He loved it here. And so I'm like, what is Cane Corso? So I start going through Pinterest. I'm looking at videos and photos, and I start begging my husband, please, I want a full Corso. 2 years later, we ended up with Ruby, who just turned 7 in July. And anyway, she's fantastic. Love her. We happened to get her Labor Day weekend of 2019. And then that next month, towards the end of October, our then 10-year-old was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It was horrible. It flipped her whole life upside down. So I felt really bad that we did not get to do all the things with Ruby that I had intended on doing with her. Anyway, great dog. And then I started wanting another one, and we got Salvo. Actually, we brought him home a year ago, and he just turned 1 July 1st. Okay, so back to how Cookie was named. So we got her a couple days before Thanksgiving. I know, I'm crazy. My timing on things just have no rhyme or reason. We got her a couple days before Thanksgiving. I couldn't think a name for her, and I wanted to start calling her something. She was so tiny. Um, and I was literally, I was baking cookies for holidays, and I was taking cookies out of the oven. And I think I yelled to my husband, who was in the living room with Cookie on the couch, sitting with him, and I'm like, I yelled out, "Hey, what do you think about Cookie?" And he was like, "Yeah." So she became Cookie. Oh, Malinois. Oh, they are no joke. Oh yeah, those dogs are full on go. Um, so yeah, and then when I was a lot younger, we had a Rottweiler Lab mix that was fantastic. His name was Max. Very smart. So yeah, that's how I stumbled upon the Corsos, and I honestly, I would love a third. I know my poor husband. I would love to get a what do you call it? The Formento fawn color. Ruby's ears are not cropped. Savo's are. And I'm telling you right now, the difference is Ruby, she had a lot of ear problems, and even Man did. Yeast and infections and stuff. And it's just, I don't know. It's better airflow. I think it's better for them, but yeah. So I just wanted to share. You guys really are liking the quick little video of Savo. I think it's got like over 7,000 views. He's sitting on the couch just as content with my husband, and I just talk to him in his little voice. Also, I have a voice for each pet. I don't know if you guys do that. I literally have a different voice for each dog. Even my daughter's bunny, we have a voice for the bunny. And nicknames. And then I just talk to him, and here he comes, prancing over to me. So yeah, I love all of our dogs. But so yeah, I hope everybody has a good day, and happy National Dog Day.